So this week, the closed alpha of Back 4 Blood, the spiritual successor of the Left 4 Dead series made by Turtle Rock Studios, dropped, and I was able to get my hands on a copy. Having only heard about it recently, and going in not knowing too much around the game outside the basics, I was very curious to see how it turned out. After a few runs, I definitely have things to say, so let's jump right in. Just as a disclaimer, these thoughts are with the knowledge that this is the alpha build of the game, and thus will have bugs and issues that hopefully will be worked out before launch. Also, I spent my playthroughs on the classic difficulty. This game definitely fulfills the concept that they were going for. It plays like a modern day visually polished Left 4 Dead game and is decently satisfying. Starting off with the visuals, I thought the map designs were nicely laid out and had the dark dreary aesthetic that I came to expect from the Left 4 Dead games. There were a good amount of different locations, all distinct enough and culminating in the last map, which had a cool looking ship. Getting around the map wasn't too much of an issue either, although it took some getting used to on the first run. All the characters available were distinct, and the zombies, man the zombies. The zombies had nice designs, especially the special ones like the ogre and the tall boy. They really put a bit of fear in me during my playthrough, with the combination of the designs and the special attack patterns or powers that they had. On the topic of zombies, said zombies were pretty varied power-wise and in how their weak spots were, and here's when I had my first issues. I do wish their weak spots were less isolated. They do a lot of damage and are pretty disruptive on top of other hordes of regular zombies, so if they were a tad bit easier to cap off, that would really help. Other than that, everything is pretty straightforward and the zombies are mostly similar to Left 4 Dead's assortment. On the player's side, there are some differences from how things were done in Left 4 Dead. One of the biggest comes in the card system. You can create decks in game or use the default deck, and each time it comes with different perks and stat increases that you can pick through. I thought this was a cool change that allows for replayability, since you can execute different playstyles when paired with the character's specific perks. It really made each of my runs feel different, and I could cater my build to work with the team. Also, in the safe house, you can purchase offensive, support, and other types of items, allowing you to pick and choose what you think you'll need for that particular leg. This made progressing and planning out what my team might want to do much more interactive. Something less fun, at least with the character I was playing, was the melee system. I used to love running melee weapons in Left 4 Dead, but it felt weaker in this game and I ended up taking way more damage this time trying to go for melee traits. I found myself more attracted to the shotgun, which got a lot of mileage. There was also a card that made your default bash or punch a knife, rendering the melee weapon possibly worthless. Overall though, the gameplay felt mostly satisfying and the guns were really nice to shoot as well, providing a comfortable combat system. I will say that the game felt harder than before though, and that it's not too hard to get yourself swarmed on a map by zombies. So in the end of the day, is Back 4 Blood fun? Yes, and despite some bugs I had while playing, like joining issues and crashing, I think that it's definitely an interesting experience and something that I'll keep my eyes out for. I won't go and wholeheartedly recommend it just yet, not knowing stuff around it or if there'd be mod support like Left 4 Dead had in spades. But I will say that it's definitely something I think is worth considering if this kind of game is up your alley. I'm really glad I gave it a shot, and I hope that it becomes even better at launch. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Also leave a comment down below on your thoughts about Back 4 Blood in this video. If you want more videos like this, click one that is here. See y'all again soon. Peace.